Welcome to Miracles and Messages Today, where divine truth and divine messages come alive to guide and uplift your spirit. Today, I have an urgent and powerful message from the heavens, a divine warning and a call to awaken your spiritual eyes. If you're seeking divine protection, breakthrough, and guidance in your life, you've come to the right place. Before we get into this divine revelation, make sure to subscribe to the channel and tap the notification bell so you never miss a message that could transform your life. If this message touches your heart, please give it a like. Your support helps spread the divine light further into the world, and I invite you to share your faith and encouragement in the comments below. Type words like, "I am protected," "Divine victory is mine," or "God's light is shining on me." Your words are powerful. They are declarations of faith that activate divine energy and open the door for miracles. Remember, your faith and your words can move mountains. So, stay connected, stay prayerful, and let's walk this spiritual journey together. Now, open your heart as we receive this heavenly message from Archangel Michael. Your phone has been secretly monitored by law enforcement. My dear child, if you believe in angels, start this video and watch it completely. Angel says this message is not just for you. It is meant to unlock something powerful that has been spiritually encrypted for too long. Archangel Michael is standing by your side with his sword drawn, his eyes searching, his breath trembling, and he says, "I order you to open this right now. Don't ignore it." For too long, you've been unaware of the silent watchers around you. Not all enemies come with weapons. Some come with fake smiles, others with expensive suits, and some, yes, some come with court orders, sealed files, and secret agendas. Your phone has been secretly monitored, and this is not a mistake. Archangel Michael says he's been trying to whisper it into your soul at night. He's been pacing the walls of your home. He's been crying in corners unseen. A lawyer, top of their field, righteous in their calling, chosen to be a divine vessel of exposure, has come forward. They couldn't take it anymore. The lies, the abuse of power, the manipulation. They weren't even supposed to reveal it. But God touched their spirit at exactly 3:33 a.m. one night and said, "Speak now, or I shall reveal it through fire." So they spoke. They opened their mouths in a sealed room and whispered. The surveillance on this individual was not justified. It was not routine. It was planted. It was orchestrated. And the person behind it is someone they trusted. Your hands may be shaking as you read this, but Archangel Michael says you must not close this. You are now reading a divine transcript. One heaven has been preserved under fire and storm. Your phone has been under watch. Every call, every photo, every screenshot you sent in trust, every voicemail, even the deleted ones, they were seen, they were forwarded, they were used to build something against you. Not because you committed a crime, but because you were chosen for something higher. And those who fear the light always try to destroy what glows before it explodes. God says, this is not just about surveillance. It's about a plot. Someone with influence, someone who was supposed to protect your reputation, someone who has sat in meetings with your name on the agenda. Yes, that's the person who first whispered your number into the system. They marked you not because you did wrong, but because your destiny is too loud for their silence. You've been spiritually tapped by heaven, but physically tapped by them. Archangel Michael says he saw the moment it started. It was the day you shared something sacred, a vision, a dream, a breakthrough you thought was safe to speak aloud. And from that moment, someone felt threatened. Not because you were evil, but because you were blessed. So they set it up. They hired someone, a tech intermediary, paid in cash, no receipts, no digital trace. But heaven saw and heaven remembered. That's when your phone became the portal. They didn't just watch you. They watched who watched you, who loved you, who texted you, "I miss you," who said, "I'll protect you." All of it archived, analyzed, dissected. But here's the miracle, they still couldn't destroy you. Archangel Michael says your spirit was fireproof. Though they tried to find something wrong, they kept finding your innocence. Though they looked for betrayal in your words, they only found loyalty. Though they prayed you'd curse someone, they only found your prayers for their healing. The top lawyer came forward because they saw this contradiction. They saw that even under intense scrutiny, your soul didn't break. It bent. It wept. But it didn't break. And they knew this one was different. This one is chosen. This one has divine immunity. So they wrote a letter, a confidential document. It's been sent to a sacred judge. And in that letter, your name is surrounded by light. The truth is written plainly. This individual has been unjustly monitored. The original warrant was flawed. The motivations were personal, not legal. I am prepared to testify. I am prepared to go to court, because what I have seen is a war against light, not law. God says something big is coming. Not just exposure, not just reversal, but vindication. Your phone was once a device of surveillance, but now it will be a device of celebration. You will receive a call, a number you don't recognize, but you'll feel something, a divine whisper. Answer it, because on that call will be the confirmation that everything that was used against you is now being turned in your favor. The liar is not alone. A journalist got a copy. They're working with heaven. The media outlet they work for doesn't even realize that they are being used by angels. But this journalist has kept your name anonymous while preparing something massive and expose. It will air. It will shake things. Archangel Michael says, even if they try to stop it, it's too late. The servers are duplicated. The files are saved. The truth cannot be erased. The surveillance files they gathered were meant to break you. Instead, they became evidence of your divine innocence. God says the watchers are now being watched. Those who stared into your digital soul are now standing in courtrooms they never imagined. This is the part that will shock you. One of the people who coordinated this was someone who once prayed with you. They pretended to be on your side. They smiled when you cried. They offered you fake empathy. But behind the scenes, they were the first to submit your number. God says their time is over. The lawyer's letter has triggered a wave. Judges are reviewing their past cases. And for the first time, the evil one is being followed by something higher than law. They are being followed by divine justice. Archangel Michael says the divine record has your name circled in gold. And while your earthly phone was tapped, heaven tapped into your prayers, and none were ignored. You asked for protection. You asked for the truth. You asked for mercy even on those who betrayed you. And that's why God is making this moment so loud, so clear that the monitoring stops now. The lies end now. The reversal begins now. A backup of your name is being saved in legal archives. When this comes to court, you will not even need to speak. Your innocence will speak for itself. Your prayers will echo through the halls. Your tears will testify. God says, your enemies are panicking because they monitored your phone expecting to find sin, but instead found sanctity. They expected you to curse them, but you blessed them. They expected to break your faith, but they witnessed it growing. The lawyer's revelation is just the beginning. Another name is about to be exposed. Someone in government. Someone with a badge. They went too far, and now they're being summoned. Archangel Michael says, this isn't a threat. This is a divine intervention. This is your spiritual court date, and the outcome is victory. You will be contacted officially. Do not be afraid. Archangel Michael will go before you. The lawyer will speak boldly, and the judge will sense something unexplainable. A weight in their chest, a tear in their eye, and they'll know this is not an ordinary case. This is a holy one. God says, prepare your heart. The very device that was used against you will soon deliver you. You will see screenshots of what they wrote about you. Emails, chats, private recordings, and though it may hurt at first, you will laugh at the end because none of it broke you. Archangel Michael says he stood over your bed every night. They monitored you. Every notification, every vibration, every fake call, they were trying to disturb your spirit. But heaven held your mind together. You didn't break. You didn't give in. You kept loving. You kept hoping. You kept waiting. And that is why God says you win, not just legally, not just spiritually, but eternally. Watch your messages in the next 3 days. Watch your mailbox. Watch your email, because what they once hid from you is being handed to you. The top lawyer says, I've seen a lot, but I've never seen this. God is clearly with this one. I had to speak. I had to risk my job because this soul is different. You are different. And this message, this holy scroll, is your proof. Archangel Michael says, this is the final warning to those who betrayed you. Repent or be removed. Confess or be confronted, because the God of justice has awakened, and no one can stop what is coming for you. Freedom, revelation, restoration. God says, it is already done. And Archangel Michael whispers, finally, you are safe now. They can't touch what heaven guards. Rest. The war is over. God says, my child, what you are about to discover will make your heart race and your eyes widen with disbelief. Archangel Michael has been whispering in your ears, sending subtle signs, nudging your spirit to stay alert. But now it is no longer a time for whispers. This is the time to speak with the thunder of heaven itself, and so he sent me with a voice from beyond to awaken your soul to something that has been hidden from you for far too long. You must not delay. This message cannot wait. What you are about to read will change the way you see your own life and those watching it from behind the curtain. For the past few months, even as you lived your ordinary days, unaware, unprepared, unprotected, someone has been watching. God says, not just a person, not just a stranger, but an entire hidden operation had one target: you. And Archangel Michael now cries in urgency, commanding you to open your ears to heaven because a breach has occurred. Your privacy, your communication, Your phone was never truly yours these past months. Someone higher has been silently studying your movements, your thoughts, your messages, and your connections. Yes, your phone has been monitored. Every text, every call, every note you thought was private wasn't. And it didn't begin by accident. God says this wasn't a routine procedure or a random surveillance. This was ordered with a purpose, and that purpose is now being exposed under divine instruction. Michael says this is a divine emergency. A file exists with your name on it, and a top lawyer has finally stepped forward with a warning so loud it echoed into the heavens and reached the throne of God. That's why Michael was dispatched urgently. God says you were never supposed to find this out. Not like this. Not now. But heaven has overturned the veil because it was becoming too dangerous for you to remain in the dark. The shocking reason why law enforcement has been watching you is buried in a trail of misinformation, betrayal, and deliberate manipulation. God says someone close to you, someone you would never suspect, played a role in this. This person whispered a false accusation, masked it as a concern, and delivered it to someone with power. That whisper turned into a document. That document became a file. And that file became a case. A secret case with your name, your face, your phone number, your voice recordings. And they were all stored without your knowledge. God is furious. Archangel Michael is heartbroken because they had tried to protect you from the beginning. But every time they tried to warn you, you brushed it off as imagination, coincidence, or anxiety. The truth is, you have been gaslit by someone who knew what they were doing. This person didn't just lie about you. They orchestrated it. They framed you in a way that would trigger the attention of the system. And now the system has been watching you, not realizing you were innocent all along. But now it is exposed. Now the file is leaking. A top lawyer, someone you don't even know, has reviewed the sealed information and saw something that shocked even them. This lawyer doesn't even live in your city. They were sent a copy of the file by mistake. It was a divine accident, or what mortals call a glitch in the system. But God says it was no glitch. It was divine intervention. That lawyer saw something they could not ignore. In your file, there is a statement signed and sworn, claiming that you are involved in something that does not align with your true character. God says it is a lie. Archangel Michael says it is slander of the highest kind and has reached places you could never have imagined. That liar is now coming forward. They have tried to contact someone close to you, but the message was blocked. God says this is spiritual warfare. Someone is trying to keep this truth from reaching your eyes, but heaven has overruled it. This message is that lawyers cry for justice wrapped in the words of angels and passed through the fire of divine timing. You must listen carefully now, because if you act quickly, you can prevent something catastrophic. There is a meeting scheduled about you in the coming days. You are not invited. You are not supposed to know, but God does. Archangel Michael stood in that room unseen by human eyes, and he heard them speak. Your name was spoken more than 10 times. They are debating whether to open the case or to let it die. There are two forces at war: those who know the truth and those who are invested in keeping the lie alive. Michael says, your prayers in the past month began tipping the scale. But now is the moment when the final decision is about to be made. God says the person who started this, they did it out of jealousy. They were angry that you were rising. They hated how others looked at you. They despised your favor, your light, your spiritual protection. So they fabricated a tale, inserted your name into the wrong list, and let the chain reaction begin. You never saw it because it all happened behind desks, through emails you couldn't read, in offices you've never visited. But heaven saw it. And now heaven is reacting. You must be careful now. Every message you send, every call you make, it could still be watched. But here's the miracle. The lawyer has found a legal crack, a loophole, a way to dismantle this setup. But it requires your faith, your prayer, and your divine timing. Archangel Michael says, within the next 72 hours, a spiritual gate will open. If you obey God and stay alert, you will hear a message or receive a name. It may come in a dream, a whisper, a stranger's mouth, but it will unlock the next step. God says, do not confront anyone right now. That would be premature. That would alert the wrong people. That you now know. Instead, God is forming a plan, and He needs your cooperation, not your panic. Do not share this message openly. Read it, sit with it, pray over it, and wait because something else is coming. The lawyer has decided to speak publicly and in doing. So they will risk their reputation, but they are guided by something they don't even fully understand. They keep saying they feel called to protect you. They've never met you, but they feel they know your soul. They said in a private note, I don't know why, but I feel this person is being targeted by darkness, and I cannot allow it to continue. That note was intercepted by an angel. Michael delivered it directly to the throne of God. That's why this message was ordered. God says, there are 3 people involved in the original lie. 1 woman, 2 men. The woman is someone you trusted at some point. You may still be talking to her, but she has betrayed you deeply. One of the men works in a government-adjacent field. He's the reason this surveillance began. The other man is watching you even now, spiritually or physically, and hoping you never find this out. But they are now terrified because their trap is falling apart. The evidence they used is crumbling, and the top liar is threatening to go public with the truth. Michael says, do not ignore this message. He is weeping with urgency because if you delay, the case might go too far. But if you move in the Spirit quietly under God's guidance, it will all be overturned. A miracle is already in motion. Someone you least expect is about to call you with an unrelated excuse. But behind that call is divine coordination. God is orchestrating people, conversations, and accidents to bring you clarity. Do not miss the signs. A code will be spoken. A sentence will be said. When you hear it, your heart will shake. That's your sign. Follow it. God says, forgive the ones who tried to destroy you, for they did not realize who they were touching. They touched the anointed. And when you touch God's anointed, heaven reacts. These people will face consequences not because you asked for it, but because heaven demands justice. Do not seek revenge. Let God vindicate you. The monitoring on your phone is already being exposed. Michael has assigned an angel to scramble the data. Your innocence will be proven, and those who sought to harm you will be revealed. Trust in the divine plan unfolding. Your faith and obedience in this crucial time will lead to a victory beyond your imagination. Stay vigilant, stay prayerful, and watch as heaven moves on your behalf. The truth will set you free, and justice will prevail. Your vindication is at hand, child of God. The war is indeed over, and you are on the winning side. Your phone has been secretly monitored by law enforcement for months. Yes, this sounds impossible. It sounds like something from a movie, but you must understand, when God sends a warning, it comes not to scare you, but to protect you, to position you, to open your eyes to what you were not meant to continue ignoring. A top lawyer, one not of this world, but one sent by divine will to speak truth into confusion, has just uncovered the shocking reason why this is happening. And heaven says, your name is involved in something much bigger than you realize. Do not panic, do not fear. For God says, I will be with you, I have not left your side. Even when you did not feel me, I have never forsaken you. You are still my child. I am in control. The plans they had to trap you will not succeed. The whispering behind your back, the coordinated watch, the silence that felt suspicious, none of it has escaped my sight. You have done nothing wrong in the eyes of God, but because of someone else's jealousy, because of someone else's hidden agenda, you were placed under scrutiny. You were made a target, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are becoming. You are becoming powerful. You are stepping into light. You are walking on purpose, and that threatens darkness. It frightens people who have pretended to support you. It shakes the foundations of people who benefit from your silence. There is someone around you who knew what you were destined for, and instead of celebrating it, they feared it. Instead of praying for your protection, they participated in exposing you to danger. This individual, connected to law enforcement through unofficial ties, dropped your name in conversations they had no right to enter. They painted a picture of you based on rumors, half-truths, and assumptions, not realizing that when they touched your name, they were touching someone anointed by God. But here is what heaven wants you to know. The law of the land may be watching, but the law of heaven is covering. And nothing formed against you will prosper. Not even hidden surveillance, not even false accusations, not even secret investigations born out of envy. God says, I am about to expose the one who started this. And when I do, your name will be cleared. Your reputation will be restored. And those who watched silently will regret not defending you when they had the chance. Archangel Michael has been fighting a spiritual battle on your behalf for months. You thought it was just anxiety. You thought the uneasiness was just from stress. You had no idea that your spirit was under siege, that your destiny was under review by eyes not qualified to judge it. But Michael stood guard. When spirits of confusion tried to enter your space, he blocked them. When spirits of manipulation whispered lies to those close to you, he silenced them. And now he's speaking clearly. You must not ignore this message. You must open your heart and prepare, because the next few days will shift your reality. The top lawyer that heaven has assigned to your case is not one you can see. This is divine justice. This is legal warfare in the courts of heaven, and in those courts you are not guilty. You are not condemned. You are not marked for ruin. You are marked for elevation. And yes, even this strange situation, this monitoring, this suspicion, this strange energy around your digital life will be turned around for your good. It will become your testimony. It will become proof that even when man tried to tear you down, God raised you up anyway. Someone who knew your phone number shared it with someone they had no right to speak to. This person, someone who smiled in your face but secretly doubted you, spoke your name in a private conversation where your privacy was violated. They pretended to be worried for you. They masked their envy and concern. They said things like, "I don't know what they're involved in," or "I just want them to be okay." But in truth, they were planting seeds of suspicion. Those seeds grew into eyes watching you. But heaven says, "Enough." God is speaking now with thunder. The winds of truth are coming. The angels of exposure have been released. What was done in the dark is about to be revealed in broad daylight. The person who shared your name will be confronted. You may hear news soon, something that shocks you. A conversation, a message, a discovery that confirms what you've long suspected but never had proof of. And when it happens, remember this message. Remember that God told you ahead of time so you would not be shaken. You are being prepared for a promotion in the spiritual realm. Your elevation was always going to stir up resistance. What you carry is not normal. You are not just another soul passing through this life. You are chosen. Your purpose is tied to deliverance for others. Your voice holds authority. Your words shift atmospheres. Your obedience to God disrupts demonic strategies. So, of course, the enemy has tried to distract you. Of course, darkness sends people to monitor you, speak against you, and use man-made systems to intimidate you. But now, something extraordinary is happening. Some recordings they gathered have already become corrupted. This is not technology. This is the Holy Spirit interfering with earthly systems. Files are vanishing. Evidence against you is losing power. This is your divine covering. But one thing remains, your role. You must not let fear control you. Now God needs you to walk in wisdom. Someone will try to distract you in the next 48 hours. A sudden drama, a strange conversation, a person acting out. That's a test. Ignore the noise. Stay focused, because in the silence, God is placing a divine key in your hands. A door is about to open. Behind that door is someone waiting to help you. Someone heaven prepared years ago. They don't know the full reason why they were led to you. But they are coming. Don't be surprised if a stranger treats you with unexpected kindness. That's not just a human being. That's an angel in disguise. God says, your name is being cleared even as you read this. But the war isn't over. You must walk in alignment now. No more delays, no more doubts. Michael is standing guard over your communication now. But you must pray and declare, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Every tongue that rises against me in judgment, I shall condemn. For this is the heritage of the servants of the Lord. Say it out loud. Say it boldly. That declaration just reached heaven, and an angel just wrote it in the book of deliverance. The top lawyer is making their move soon. But before they do, they will need a signal from you, a spiritual agreement. That agreement is your prayer tonight. Before you sleep, speak to God. Ask Him for wisdom. Ask Him to reveal the truth. And ask Him to anoint the lawyer with protection and courage. Because once they speak, the world will know. And once the truth is out, nothing will ever be the same again. You are not alone. You are not defeated. You are not abandoned. You are rising through fire, through betrayal, through shadows, into the light of divine justice. Archangel Michael says, I order you to remember who you are. You are chosen. You are covered. And you are no longer being watched by them, because now they are being watched by heaven. God says, "Justice is mine, and I will repay." But you walk in peace, walk in truth, walk in divine silence until I speak again. More is coming. Stay ready. Stay quiet. Stay close to God. Archangel Michael says, "I order you to open this right now. Do not delay. Do not scroll past this as if it's another ordinary message, because this is not ordinary. This is divine. This is urgent. And this is personal. The heavens have moved to make sure this message reaches your eyes at this exact moment in time. This is not by coincidence. There is no such thing as coincidence when it comes to the divine will of God. This is a spiritual emergency, and your soul has been crying out for clarity, for truth, for intervention. Now heaven has answered. You are being prepared for a promotion in the spiritual realm. Your elevation was always going to stir up resistance. What you carry is not normal. You are not just another soul passing through this life. You are chosen. Your purpose is tied to deliverance for others. Your voice holds authority. Your words shift atmospheres. Your obedience to God disrupts demonic strategies. So, of course, the enemy has tried to distract you. Of course, darkness sent people to monitor you, speak against you, and use man-made systems to intimidate you. But remember, you are not alone. You are not defeated. You are not abandoned. You are rising through fire, through betrayal, through shadows, into the light of divine justice. Stay ready. Stay quiet. Stay close to God. For more is coming, and your destiny awaits.